Good morning, I'm Lisa Derderian. I'm the City Public Information Officer. I just want to kick it off with a few other interesting tidbits because aside from our public safety agencies that you'll hear from in a minute, other departments play a vital role in the success of our New Year's events. Our health department works closely with their counterparts from federal, state, and county levels to monitor health risks during the events. They also inspect and permit about 120 food vendors that are there for the parade, football game, and pre and post parade. Our crews from Public Works assist law enforcement with physical barriers and street and protective water barriers along the parade route. Additionally, they install thousands of no parking signs, place more than 100 catch basin covers to prevent storm drain contamination, and paint about 10 miles of the blue honor line and 6 miles of the pink float driver center route lines, which you'll hear about shortly. One of the most interesting facts that comes out every year is that we collect about 94 tons of trash from the parade, post-parade, and the outside areas of the Rose Bowl Stadium. More than 20 tons of this is clean cardboard and more than 8,500 beverage containers that are all recycled after the game. And crews from our Department of Transportation, Information and Technology, and Water and Power also assist in numerous supportive roles. The parade and the game make for a great family activity in person or on the big screen, and many make it a tradition year after year. So we want to continue that tradition in a safe manner and environment, and that's why today we're going to focus on our public safety messages. So I want to kick off the New Year's safety tips by introducing first our Tournament of Roses President David Eads. And before I forget to, we will have Spanish speakers, both police and fire, immediately following the press conference, and then one-on-ones afterwards for that too.
Good morning, my name is David Eads, and that's spelled E-A-D-S, and I'm the Executive Director and CEO of the Pasadena Tournament of Roses. According to my website, we are now 12 days, 14 hours, 1 minute, and 32 seconds from the start of the 131st Rose Parade on January 1st, followed by the 106th Rose Bowl game. We'll have hundreds of thousands of visitors that come to Pasadena on New Year's Day from all across the country to experience America's New Year's celebration. You know, and our number one priority is the safety and security of all of our guests, our participants, our volunteers, staff, and all the other people who play a part in making this day so special. Both the Rose Bowl game presented by Northwestern Mutual and the Rose Parade presented by Honda are only possible because of the extraordinary support and partnership and collaboration with the tournament, the City of Pasadena, the Rose Bowl Stadium, and the community. This year's theme is the power of hope, and we've assembled an amazing parade, as well as our Rose Bowl game that will feature the University of Oregon Ducks and the Wisconsin Badgers. Each year, more than 80,000 hours of volunteer time is spent in producing both the Rose Parade and the Rose Bowl game. And you'll see along the parade route our white suitors, our volunteers that work throughout the year to make these events possible. The tournament is also proud to partner with both Metro and MetroLink and encourage people coming to both the parade and the game to use public transportation to make it quick and efficient to get to our activities. Again, an event of this nature would never be possible without the collaborative work of all of the different people involved here in Pasadena, including those at the federal, state, local levels. And I also want to acknowledge Chief Perez and Chief Washington and their departments on the work they do with the tournament in order to ensure that both the Rose Parade and the Rose Bowl game are safe for our participants. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce from the California Highway Patrol, Lieutenant Todd Workman.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Lieutenant Todd Workman with California Highway Patrol, WORKMAN. It is our pleasure to be working with the City of Pasadena and all of our allied agencies to ensure that all attendees have a safe and enjoyable experience at the parade and the game. There will be 3 major routes of ramp closures prior to and during the parade. There will be State Route 710, State Route 134, and Interstate 210. For the majority of the closures, it will begin at 8 p.m. on December 31st and end at 4 p.m. on January 1st. For specific locations and times of our ramp closures, please visit the CHP Altadena Facebook page and Instagram account. Additionally, Caltrans will have a website with up-to-date traffic locations and additional closures. We will have a link to that closure or that website on our Facebook page and our Instagram account. For the Rose Bowl game, all freeway ramps leading into the bowl will be open. We will have intermittent closures depending on traffic conditions. For everyone who is attending the parade and the game, please allow yourself plenty of time to get there. Expect some delays. We want you to arrive at your destination safely. Finally, please do not drive impaired. Utilize a designated driver or a rideshare service. The California Highway Patrol will be utilizing a maximum enforcement campaign during this time period, specifically targeting impaired drivers. Thank you. Happy New Year. It is my pleasure to introduce Secret Service Jesse Baker.
Good morning. My name is Jesse Baker, Jesse Baker. I'm the Special Agent in charge of the Secret Service Los Angeles Field Office. It's my honor to be here in the second year as a Federal Security Coordinator for the Rose Bowl Parade and Rose Bowl Game. I want to first thank members of the Department of Justice, the Department of Homeland Security for providing police assets that will be utilized to prevent and provide a safe environment for the games. Now, it's important to note that people would look and say, well, why are you here? Why is the Secret Service involved? Why is the government involved from this standpoint? That this obviously is such an incredible and amazing event, and the dictates in charge for this is the Pasadena Police Department. So the federal agency's perspective will bring in assets that will basically be able to leverage, provide a more safe environment for it. But the Pasadena Police Department and our local partners are in charge. They've done a tremendous job. Chief Perez has had an incredible amount of experience in providing a safe environment, and he's going to illustrate it for this. Now, if you ever look, assets are like a puzzle piece. You ever dump a box of puzzle pieces together, and it doesn't look like much? And all of a sudden, you put one piece together here, it forms a very nice picture. But imagine taking a bunch of puzzle pieces. And let's say we have 10 boxes. We're going to dump them all together, and we're going to create something that we really want to look at that's impressive. That's not always easy to do. But we have a long history in this city of Los Angeles and Pasadena of working together on events, whether it's the president, whether it's other major national security events. We have a tremendous partnership with the amazing agencies that you see behind us. We're going to illustrate that plan on the Rose Bowl game to provide a safe environment for people. Now, it's important for people to know, especially for drones and airspace, that you should check your temporary flight restrictions, that there will be restrictions in place for the game, and that they should check those environments very much. There will be a lot of instruction on that. The second part is, we hear it a lot, but in many cases, when someone is looking to make an attack on a public space, they provide that information to somebody. It's generally not a secret. They let somebody know. And so we know that that's an environment to be able to share that information, and oftentimes people don't. And it's not because they're not trying to prevent something, because they obviously are. It's not because they're not trying to secure it for their family and friends. They obviously are. It's because there's some sort of hang-up. They're worried about this. They don't know who to go to. My plea to everyone watching this, not just for the day of the game, but ahead of time, if something seems out of place, if something is unusual, if it doesn't fit with the narrative of what you've seen, you got to let someone know. You're not going to be judged on it. You got to let somebody know. There's a lot of amazing people that you see behind me that are experts in evaluating threats. Let's let them do their job. Let's make sure we add to that and create a safe environment for New Year's Day. So with that, I appreciate everyone's support. I'd like to introduce Chief Washington from the Pasadena Fire Department.
Good morning. My name is Bertral Washington. It's B as in Bravo, E-R-T-R-A-L, last name common spelling. It's my pleasure to serve as the fire chief for the city of Pasadena. And it's also an honor for us to work with the outstanding public safety partners and government partners that we have from the federal, state, and local government. As you've heard before, safety is the #1 priority for our mission. And we want to make sure that the thousands of people who camp along the parade route are safe throughout the night and into the morning on January 1st. Pasadena overnight lows are expected to be in the low 40s. So we ask that you please be prepared with layers of clothing, objects to help keep your hands and your head warm, such as gloves and hats. And we ask that you also consider bringing blankets and other warming devices. We want you to know that daytime highs on January 1st are expected to be in the low 60s or maybe high 50s. We ask that even with those temperatures that you ensure that you have sunscreen, sunglasses, and hats to protect yourself from ultraviolet sun rays. We ask that you please bring plenty of water to make sure that you stay hydrated. You also bring food to make sure that you stay nourished. We ask that you do not bring alcoholic beverages. Alcohol is not allowed along the parade route. And also, alcohol will increase your chances for hypothermia as well as dehydration. We have an outstanding fire department that will be on patrol along the parade route throughout the night. We also have outstanding partner fire department agencies from throughout the Los Angeles region just to ensure that we have all the assets and resources to keep you safe. We will be looking for hazardous situations such as bonfires, which can easily spread and cause injuries. We will allow small professional manufactured barbecues while you're camping overnight. These barbecues must be elevated at least 1 foot off the ground and 25 feet away from any structure. You must also have a fire extinguisher available if you choose to have a barbecue. No other fires are allowed. We recommend that you do not bring pets along the parade route. They may become easily frightened by loud noises or pyrotechnics that may be a part of special effects with some of the floats. Fireworks are not allowed in the city of Pasadena. We ask that you please report any illegal or suspicious activities. We also ask that if there's any packages or prohibited equipment that you might notice, such as tents, sofas, and ladders, that you also report those items. They are not allowed along the parade route. If you see something, say something, find a uniformed officer, call 626-744-4241, or call 911. And most importantly, know where you are. Please cooperate with our public safety professionals. They will be in place to ensure your safety as well as all the others that are there to enjoy the activities. If you have a medical emergency, please call 911. And again, please know where you are. If you're coming to camp, if you look at the address and know what street you're on, when you have an emergency, you can immediately let our dispatchers know. Again, the Pasadena Fire Department is supported by several other fire departments throughout this region. They will be there to help you very, very quickly. Our purpose is to make sure that you have a safe and enjoyable parade, game, and any other activities that will be available to you throughout the city of Pasadena. So next, it's my honor to introduce the Pasadena Police Chief, John Perez.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Welcome to everybody. My name is John Perez, Chief of Police, JOHNPEREZ. And good morning, happy holidays, and welcome to Pasadena. As we prepare for the New Year's celebration, there is nothing more anticipated every year than the New Year's Parade, which is the 131st, and our Rose Bowl game, which is our 106th. As we prepare for the hundreds of thousands of people coming to this beautiful city, I think it's important to provide some helpful advice to the world as they welcome the beginning of a new decade in 2020. The first step is do your research. Visit our website at thecityofpasadena.net and understand the do's and don'ts of what is allowed and what is not. As was said by Chief Washington, please prepare for the cold weather, but on top of that, be aware of the restrictions that we have. No tents, no bonfires, and leave your couches at home. As well, leave your drones behind as well. We have a local ordinance that restricts the use of drones, and there's also federal laws that restrict it in places where people gather. So we want to make sure people are aware of that. There'll be several road closures that will occur along the parade route and on Colorado. It'll begin at 10 p.m. where we close down Colorado Boulevard on Tuesday night, the 31st. The city and the Rose Bowl websites will offer a lot of good information for everybody. So we ask that they do their homework, they use the bookmarks on their mobile devices. You know, we have these phones that we carry around. We have to ensure they have the phone numbers of the local police departments to different places that you would need. So if you go to the website, you'll find all those numbers that you'll need. We'll have thousands of public safety personnel, other employees and volunteers along the route. So we have to remember, if you see something, say something. We need your support in that, and we have to ensure that you have those numbers close to you and easy access when you need them. We continue to appreciate the great efforts of our local, state, and federal partners. Our federal partners this year was really run by a fantastic leader in Jesse Baker from Secret Service, and we thank him for his service. As well, from the sheriff's departments, we can't get this done without them. We need our local partners. We need community support in getting this done. And we all work together on this night as one community in ensuring that we get this event done in a very strategic manner. There will be a lot of security measures in place, and we want to make sure that everybody, in fact, knows about them, are familiar with them, and again, supports these efforts. So again, please visit the website, and we hope that everybody enjoys the New Year's events and celebrates the power of hope for 2020.
We'll have come up now, and then we'll have the one-on-ones afterwards.
¿Cuántos tenemos en español? Ok, tenemos una persona aquí que puede hablar en español para poner toda la información para todos. But before that, I think I'll answer some questions. Okay, is that, or anyway, that's what you want to?
Yeah, you have questions there? You want to do the one-on-ones? Or anybody have questions?
No, a SEER event. SEER 1 level. SEERs. This has been designated as a SEER 1 event. SEER acronym, Special Event Assessment Rating, SEER event level 1. To put it in basic terms, imagine that the consortium of federal government agencies that are experts in security will come together and evaluate bigger events that happen. So for means of perspective, the Super Bowl, the Rose Bowl parade, this game, SEER 1 events, that means it's essentially the biggest, I won't use the word threat, but the biggest sort of interest to gather, worthy of the most highest level of protection from the federal government and state and locals put together.
We're always concerned about threats, but we have none. There's none that have come in, but that doesn't mean we don't look every day. We talk with our partners. We're doing our research, our intelligence gathering, making sure we're staying in contact with fusion centers, not just here locally, but across the country, and with the sheriff's department, one of the best police agencies in this country. So we feel confident with our approach and what we're doing.
As far as the overall atmosphere on the route, it seems like recent years have been far less rowdy than what we've seen in the past. What do you attribute that to?
I think people are acting better. I think technology has helped with cameras. I think people are more aware of how to enjoy an event. Things have become more expensive, so I think when we buy our tickets and we come to events, you're looking to having a great time and not going to jail for being drunk in public. So I think that's helped a lot over the years. So that's been beneficial. It's a very safe event, and people have a great time, much more today than ever before. So it's fantastic. Any other questions before we get into one-on-ones? All right, great. Fantastic.
Soy el teniente Jesús Carrillo con el Departamento de Policía de Pasadena. Buenos días, felices fiestas y bienvenidos a la ciudad de Pasadena. Mientras nos preparamos para nuestra celebración del Año Nuevo, No hay ningún evento más anticipado que nuestra edición del número 131 del tradicional desfile de las rosas y la edición número 106 del juego del tazón de las rosas entre la Universidad de Wisconsin contra la Universidad de Oregon. Mientras nos preparamos para que cientos de miles de personas visiten nuestra hermosa ciudad, es importante proporcionar algunos detalles y consejos importantes mientras el mundo de la bienvenida al comienzo del año nuevo y nueva década en el 2020. El primer paso es hacer su investigación y visitar nuestro sitio de internet en cityofpasadena.net y entender lo que es permitido hacer y no hacer. Por favor, prepárese para el clima frío y tenga en cuenta las restricciones. No se permiten casas de campaña, hogueras ni sofás. El sitio de internet de la ciudad y el Rose Bowl ofrecen mucha información útil, así que por favor registre estos sitios en su teléfono móvil. Sigue siendo importante que todos recordemos, si se ve algo, diga algo. Así que por favor mantenga números de teléfonos importantes registrados en su teléfono móvil. Habrá varios cierres de carretera a lo largo de la ruta del desfile. Colorado Boulevard cerrará a partir de las 10 de la noche el martes 31 de diciembre. Una vez más, el sitio de internet de la ciudad ofrece detalles útiles como nuestro número de teléfono de línea directa para visitantes, que es el 877-793-9911. Esperamos que todos disfruten de los eventos del Año Nuevo y celebren el poder de la esperanza en el 2020. Gracias. Igual como años pasados, el proceso de seguridad sigue los mismos pasos y como comentó el jefe, cada día, cada instante se están registrando a ver si hay alguna amenaza para los eventos y todo. Ahorita no hay nada registrado que se encuentra, pero los métodos de seguridad siguen igual con la esfuerzo de los agentes federales, estatales y locales. Ya están todas las calles definidas, las que se van a cerrar comenzando a las 10 de la noche. Y hay unas calles, unas rutas que sí están abiertas durante ese tiempo para poder llegar de un lado al otro en caso de emergencias. Y toda esa información se encuentra en el internet, en la página de la ciudad de Pasadena. Ya está todo definido, todo el horario del comienzo del desfile hasta más o menos a la hora que se va a terminar y a qué punto se encuentra durante de la ruta. Más que nada que disfruten todos, pero para poder disfrutar el desfile, los eventos en total, que tomen el tiempo de ir al website para obtener esa información, qué es lo que es prohibido, qué es lo que se puede traer con uno, así para que no pase ningún minuto de disgusto, digamos. Van a haber varios elementos, como comenté, del nivel federal, estatal y local, empezando el día antes o días antes del 1 de enero y siguiendo al final del juego. Van a haber varios, muchos, unos en uniformes, otros que no van a estar en uniformes, otros vigilando de diferentes maneras. Muchas gracias.
Me llamo William Basulto y soy bombero aquí con la ciudad de Pasadena. Y mi apellido es Basulto. Nomás quería dar unos consejos importantes para asegurar de ustedes, de la familia que venga, que los visite en el desfile. El desfile de rosas tiene muchas cosas que tiene que uno hacer para que estén preparados bien. Sabe la temperatura y en la noche va a estar como 40 grados, entre día como unos 60 grados y tiene que saber que tenga la ropa que debe de estar bien, todas sus cobijas y todo que esté importante para usted para que esté bien a gusto. También tiene que traer bastante agua, bastante comida, porque la noche es bien larga y sí hay comida aquí, pero tiene que uno traer todo lo que necesite. También tengo que hablar de lo que no tiene que traer o sí puede traer. Sí puede traer, no puede traer algo, pues disculpe, pues. A ver. Quiero hablar más que estén preparados. Que no están permitidos a que traigan foguetes de fuego y sé cómo decirlo. Mire, otra vez, voy a decirlo otra vez. Puesto que no puede traer unos sofaces y pozos de fuego apropiados. No puede traer tampoco casas de campañas porque uno tiene que estar con nomás cobijas o sleeping bags. ¿Okay? También hay que saber que los incendios que tiene que deben de ser 1 pie del piso y 25 pies de cada edificio que está. Cada vez que uno venga tiene que saber que los animales sí puede traer, pero no van a estar a gusto. Hay mucho ruido, mucho frío, mucha gente y se pueden asustar y nomás es no un parte bueno para los animales. La gente, vamos a tener bomberos por toda la noche y paramédicos por toda la noche y si uno tiene algo, una pregunta, los puede parar, preguntar o si tiene una emergencia, llamar 911. ¿Va a tener preguntas de algo más?